Head coach Kevin O'Connell had a decision to make at that quarterback position. Who is going to be the guy to give us the best chance to win ball games moving forward? Is that Dobbs, who had 6 turnovers the last 2 games that he's played? Or is that, 5th round rookie Jaren Hall? Is that Nick Mullins, who we brought in to be the backup behind Kirk Cousins? Really not sure, right? They have to go into this bye week looking at all things possible. Is Dobbs the guy going forward? Well, we finally have our answer. Before we get to that answer, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for endless amounts of Minnesota Viking content. So, who is the starter moving forward? Well, per Daily Norseman on SB Nation, we have an answer. Head coach Kevin O'Connell has announced that Josh Dobbs will once again get the start when the Vikings head to Vegas on Sunday. It will be the 4th start of the year for Dobbs since he was acquired from Arizona at the trade deadline. Now, the Vikings lost their last 2 games heading into their bye week, largely because the turnover bug that plagued them earlier in the season bit them again. Okay, they turned the ball over 7 times in those 2 games, with Dobbs being responsible for 6 of them via 5 interceptions and a lost fumble. Now, the team has, presumably, spent the bye week helping to get Dobbs more comfortable with what the team wants to do. So hopefully that will mitigate those issues significantly. Now, the Daily Norseman, or Christopher Gates, who wrote this article, asked the readers of that article, basically, or not of that article, but asked their people who they would want to start quarterback or at the quarterback position. And I even asked some of you guys, most of you guys said Josh Dobbs on a short leash, or a lot of you guys said give Jaren Hall another opportunity. Well, that's exactly what these readers of Daily Norseman basically said. Overwhelming majority said they wanted Jaren Hall to start against Atlanta, or to start against the Las Vegas Raiders, who also started against the Atlanta Falcons, but was replaced by Dobbs after suffering a first quarter concussion. However, it sounds like Hall will go back to being the number 3 emergency quarterback, with Nick Mullins serving as the primary backup to Dobbs. Now, when Hall was chosen to start the Atlanta game, Mullins, was on the injured reserve with a back issue that he had been dealing with, but has since returned. So that's why Jaren Hall is the emergency quarterback. And plus, that was the exact same thing I said. Look, going into this week, Dobbs has to be the starter, or not has to be, but most likely is going to be the starter. Going to be on a short leash. I'd expect Nick Mullins to be the backup and Jaren Hall, again, to be the emergency quarterback, or flip-flop. But that is exactly what I thought was going to happen, because you have to believe in these guys. Dobbs gives us the best chance to win. Nick Mullins doesn't. Okay, the head coach even thinks that. That's why Dobbs is getting the start. It may be on a short leash, and Nick Mullins might see some times, but Josh Dobbs currently, right now, gives us the best opportunity to beat the Las Vegas Raiders, all right? So, it would appear that the Vikings' depth chart at quarterback, at least for now, is Josh Dobbs starting, Nick Mullins backup, Jaren Hall, the emergency quarterback, okay? Now, if I had to take a guess, the proverbial leash is going to be a little bit shorter for Dobbs going forward if he continues to turn the ball over at the rate he did in the 2 games before the bye week, with Mullins ready to take over if necessary. I said that. I was screaming that from the rafters. Hey, have Dobbs start, because what we've seen him and what he's capable of doing if he doesn't turn the ball over is great. He gives us a really good chance to win every single ball game that he plays or that he starts. But he starts turning the ball over like he did before the bye week, looked awful against the Chicago Bears, time to put Nick Mullins in, which we probably should have done at the end of that game against the Bears just a couple weeks ago, right? So Josh Dobbs is going to be the starter for at least this week. I'm sure they're going to have these quarterback conversations moving forward, especially if Dobbs doesn't perform like we would like him to, and then we might see a quarterback change like to Nick Mullins. But as of right now, Josh Dobbs gives us the best opportunity to beat the Las Vegas Raiders this Sunday, and I cannot wait for it. It's going to be a good game. Some people have quit on this team, and that's okay. I have not. I still have hope. We still are in a playoff spot, so there's a lot to look forward to, and Dobbs just might be the guy to lead us in the right direction. So you guys can let me know your thoughts in that comment section below. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be much, much appreciated. Have a great rest of your night, folks, and Skol Vikes.